Sunlight floods the old barn, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Mice scurry, their tiny noses twitching as they gather grains. They chase each other playfully between stacks of hay, their squeaks echoing softly. A mouse pauses, whiskers twitching, listening intently. Another mouse scurries up a stack of hay, disappearing into the golden depths. The barn is filled with lively, carefree energy, a miniature world of simple joys. Sunlight streams into the old barn, illuminating a secret world of tiny inhabitants. Amidst scattered grains and forgotten treasures, a community of mice thrives, their playful chatter filling the air. A close-up reveals the delicate features of the mice as they share food, their whiskers twitching with delight. In their innocent interactions, the mice seem oblivious to the dangers that lurk beyond their cozy haven. Their world is one of simple pleasures and shared moments, where every crumb is a feast and every shadow a playground. The barn is their kingdom, and for now, they reign supreme in their carefree existence. Sunlight bathes the barn, unaware of the approaching darkness. A sudden shadow engulfs the barn entrance, a silent omen. Inside, the mice remain blissfully unaware, their world untouched by the looming danger. The oblivious mice continue their activities as the shadow steadily grows. In the heart of the old barn, dim light weaves through cracks in the wooden walls. The cat advances, its eyes gleaming hungrily in the dim light. A flurry of panic erupts as the mice scatter, their tiny feet drumming a frantic rhythm. The cat lunges, but its comfortable life has dulled its edge, and the mice evade its grasp. The mice dart and weave through the barn, their escape a chaotic ballet of survival. Defeated, the cat sits, watching the mice disappear into the shadows. The old barn stands silent, dust hanging thick in the air. Moonlight streams through cracks, revealing a world suspended in time. A cat lies still, its breath faint in the stillness. Small mice emerge, their senses alert to the silent predator. Curiosity battles wariness in the heart of the barn. The barn holds its breath, waiting for the next move. In the cramped darkness of the mouse hole, dust motes dance like tiny stars in the faint light. A young mouse trembles with barely contained excitement. The young mouse bursts out. "Look! The cat is dead! We can come out and play!" An old mouse appears from the shadows. The young mouse vibrates with anticipation. The young mouse stands at the entrance to the hole, looking out. Shafts of sunlight pierce the gloom of the old barn, illuminating dancing dust motes. From the shadows, mice cautiously emerge, their whiskers twitching nervously. The mice venture toward a cat, curled up asleep in a sun-drenched patch. The cat remains still, a picture of feline serenity amid the barn's quiet. Sunlight warms the barn, and the cat sleeps soundly, undisturbed by the mice. The mice, sensing no danger, venture closer, drawn by the warmth and stillness. In the aged barn, a tiny mouse cautiously scurries across the weathered floorboards. Unbeknownst to the mouse, a cat lies curled and still in a sunbeam, feigning sleep. The mouse advances, its whiskers almost touching the seemingly dormant cat. In a sudden burst, the cat's eyes flash open, shattering the deceptive calm. Dust motes dance in the barn's sunlit air, a silent prelude to the drama about to unfold. In a flash of fur and fury, the cat launches its attack. Pounce! The cat snares a mouse, its fate sealed in a heartbeat. A desperate scramble ensues as the remaining mice scatter in a frenzy of fear. The barn echoes with the frantic scurrying of tiny feet, a symphony of survival. The cat, triumphant, surveys its domain, a predator in its rustic kingdom. The air in the mouse hole hangs heavy with fear. Tiny bodies tremble. Each twitch of a whisker speaks volumes of the recent terror. The weight of unspoken dread presses down on the huddled mice. Their collective fear is a palpable presence in the small space. The memory of what happened echoes in their fearful stillness. Dim light barely penetrates the cramped mouse hole, dust swirling in the air. A cluster of mice gathers, their whiskers trembling with unease. The oldest mouse warns, "Don't trust appearances. Suspicion fills the small space as the mice exchange wary glances. In the old barn, the cat lies motionless, feigning death with practiced ease. The mice, wary from their previous encounter, twitch their noses cautiously. The cat remains still, a master of deception in the dim light of the barn. Each tiny nose samples the air, testing for any sign of danger or deceit. The mice pause, grouped together, alert and ready to flee at the slightest threat. An atmosphere of suspense hangs heavy as the cat waits. The mice watch, and the barn holds its breath. Inside the quiet mouse hole, a young mouse's whiskers twitch with curiosity. The aroma of rice and wheat fills the air, a tempting feast laid out before the small mouse. A sleeping cat lies between the mouse and the grains, a silent guardian of the forbidden treasure. The young mouse inches forward, drawn by hunger, but a wave of fear paralyzes it. Longing and fear clash in the mouse's eyes as it contemplates the perilous journey. In the heart of the old barn, a cat lies in wait, a deceptive stillness masking its predatory intent. A subtle twitch betrays the cat's ruse, a slight movement that shatters the illusion of calm. The tiny mice, alert, sense the shift, their whiskers twitching as they detect the hidden danger. Panic flares in their eyes as the mice realize their mistake. The mice retreat, their tiny forms disappearing into the safety of their hidden burrows. The mice disappear into the shadows. In the dead of night, the oldest mouse stands guard, his senses on high alert. His watchful eyes scan the barn floor, every shadow a potential threat. The other mice are huddled together, seeking warmth and safety in numbers. Their sleep is troubled, their tiny chests rising and falling with each uneasy breath. Dawn breaks, painting the old barn in hues of gold and shadow. Within the barn's dim corners, tiny eyes gleam, ever watchful. The cat's deceit lingers in their memory. An elder's warning echoes. Danger can still be near. The mice huddle together, their fear palpable. The sun climbs higher, but the barn remains a place of wary vigilance.